Take control of your finances. The Proactive Wealth Blueprint. The illusion of control. You think you're in control. You earn, you spend, you save a little, and you invest occasionally. On paper, it looks responsible. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people aren't in control of their finances. They are reacting to them. Reacting to inflation. It's not intelligence alone. Reacting to market swings. Reacting to emergencies, and reacting to life. Reaction is not a strategy. Control is not about what you do when something happens. Control is about what you set in motion before anything happens. This is the difference between financial survival and financial dominance. The problem: reactive finance. Most people live inside what looks like a financial system, but it's actually a loop. Earn, spend, adjust, repeat. No architecture, no intentional design, no liberty, just motion. And motion without direction is drift. Here's what reactive finance looks like. You wait until the end of the month to see what's left. You invest when it feels right. You save whatever remains after spending. You make decisions based on short-term emotion. That's not planning. That's improvisation. And improvisation works until it doesn't. The shift from reactive to proactive. Wealthy individuals don't manage money. They engineer systems. They don't ask, how much should I spend this month? They ask, how is my financial system designed to behave over the next 10 years? That's a different level of thinking, because wealth is not built from effort alone. It's built from structure. Principle number 1. Cash flow is king, but control is emperor. Everyone talks about cash flow, but very few people control it. Income is meaningless without direction. You can earn $50,000 or $500,000 and still be financially fragile because income doesn't create wealth. Allocation does. High-level operators design cash flow systems like this. Fixed percentage allocation, automated routing, pre-decided investment flows, not leftovers. Decisions are made once, then executed repeatedly. That's how you remove friction. Principle number 2. Automation is a force multiplier. If you're still relying on discipline to manage your money, then you're doing it the hard way. Discipline is unreliable, but systems are not. The wealthy automate everything they can. Investments, savings, debt payments, bill flows. Why? Because automation eliminates decision fatigue, emotional interference, and inconsistency. The goal is simple. Make the right financial behavior happen without requiring willpower. Principle number 3. Investment is not optional. Saving money is not a strategy. It's a temporary position, because inflation is always working against you quietly, relentlessly, and predictably. If your money is not growing, it is shrinking. The Proactive Blueprint treats investing as non-negotiable. Not something you get around to, but something that happens automatically every month, every quarter, and every year, regardless of market conditions. Because timing the market is a distraction. Timing the market is the engine. Principle number 4. Risk is managed, not avoided. Most people think risk is something to avoid. Wealth builders understand something deeper. Risk is something to structure. There is no wealth without exposure, but there is intelligent exposure. Proactive finance includes asset diversification, liquidity buffers, downside protection strategies, scenario planning. You don't eliminate risk. You design around it. Principle number 5. Liquidity is power. Liquidity is often misunderstood. It's not just cash on hand. It's optionality. It's the ability to act when others are forced to react. Opportunities don't come when it's convenient. They come when conditions are uncertain. And only those with liquidity can move decisively. Principle number 6. Debt is a tool, not a trap. Debt is not inherently bad, but unstructured debt is. There's a difference between consumption debt and strategic leverage. One drains your future. The other accelerates it. The Proactive Blueprint doesn't fear debt. It evaluates it, structures it, and uses it with precision. Principle number 7. Financial clarity creates speed. Speed in decision-making comes from clarity. If you don't know your net worth, your asset allocation, and your cash flow structure, then every decision becomes slower and riskier. High-level operators track net worth trajectory, investment performance, cash reserves, exposure levels, not obsessively, but consistently, because clarity compounds. Building the blueprint. Let's make this practical. The Proactive Wealth Blueprint is built in layers. Layer 1, foundation. Financial stability, emergency reserves, expense awareness, and debt containment. Layer 2, structure. Cash flow design, automated allocation systems, fixed investment percentages, and expense ceilings. Layer 3, growth. Investment engine, index exposure, asset diversification, and long-term compounding strategy. Layer 4, expansion. Strategic leverage, business investment, real estate, and scalable assets. Layer 5, protection. Risk architecture, insurance, legal structures, and downside planning. Layer 6, optimization. Tax and efficiency, tax-aware investing, entity structuring, and timing strategies. This is not a checklist. It's a system. The psychology of control. At its core, financial control is psychological. It's not about knowing more. It's about operating differently. Reactive minds chase outcomes. Proactive minds build systems. Reactive minds feel pressure. Proactive minds design insulation. Time, the invisible multiplier. Time is the only asset you cannot recover, and yet is the most powerful force in wealth creation. The earlier the system is built, the less effort required later, because compounding does the heavy lifting. Why most people fail? Not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack opportunity, but because they never transition from reaction to design. They stay busy, but never structured. They stay informed, but never implemented. The execution gap. Information is everywhere. Execution is rare. The blueprint only works if it is applied. Not perfectly, but consistently. Control is a decision. At some point, you stop asking, what should I do with my money? And you start asking, how should my system handle money for me? That's the shift. And that's the moment control begins. Because wealth is not built in moments of intensity. It is built in systems of consistency. Take control, not by working harder, but by designing smarter. Because in the end, the people who win financially are not the ones who react the fastest. They're the ones who plan the earliest. Build the system. Let the system build the wealth.